Do I sound okay? Do I need to pull this microphone really close to my mouth like this? That's terrible. That's terrible. How am I going to soften this room? Sounds like garbage in here. All right, never mind. Never mind. We're just going to... You know what? There's no such thing as a perfect video. There's no such thing as a perfect video. There's no such thing as perfect hair. But we're just going to run with it anyway. There's no script on this one, friends. It's the day after Christmas, and I fear that my friends and family might know me a little too well. Because look, they'll see me sitting down at the dinner table or at a breakfast bar in our kitchen, and I'm writing in this little $8 dot grid notebook that I got from Walmart. And I'm just writing, journal stuff in there. It's a good way to do my therapy. That's how we get some of this stuff sorted out, right? And they also see me writing in this other $8 Walmart notebook. This one I haven't used too much of, but it's meant to be like a bullet journal, but for some reason I'm kind of bad at keeping a bullet journal. I don't know why. For Christmas, they give me more notebooks, and I'm going to show you some of them, and they gave me enough of these that there was even a duplicate of one of them. And if you're interested, stick around. We might do a little giveaway at the end, because if you're watching this video, chances are pretty good that you also like writing in notebooks. So let me see what have we got. First thing we've got here is this guy. This is a Lemome notebook. I'll go through each one. We're going to try doing the looking top down onto the table, like I've seen other YouTubers do when they are showing off stuff that they've got. So we're going to do that, but I'll go over them real briefly here. I think if I was going to use this one, I'd probably use it for drafting or outlining a novel. What else have we got here? 25 pack of mildliners, because you can highlight stuff in your notebook without it being a really obnoxious highlighty color. That's pretty cool. This thing called the Sweet Ass Journal to Develop Your Happiness Muscle, which looks like, from near as I can tell, it's a nonfiction book combined with a journal. One that I'm really excited about is this guy here, the Clear Habit Journal. I read James Clear's Atomic Habits earlier this year and really fell in love with a lot of the ideas, but I'm not great on the execution yet. Maybe something like this could really help me out. But the one thing that I did end up getting a duplicate of, this 1 line a day, is that good? 1 line a day, 5-year journal. If I'm successful doing the overhead camera thing, you'll see more of what that's about. Stick around to the end. If I publish this video at all, I'm going to see about giving away one of those copies, and with any sort of luck, maybe I'll get some new subscribers out of the picture. Okay, all right, cut, and we'll see if we can do the overhead camera thing. All right, success. We managed to get the overhead camera situation going. Let's take a look at the stuff that I got for Christmas. We'll go first with this Lemome. This is a ruled A5 journal. It's got this nice cork sort of covering. Looks very natural. I don't know if the camera can really pick up this detail, but it has a pretty great texture to it. It's got your standard strap here to cover it, a pretty nice pen loop. I think my own pens would bust right out of there. And a single bookmark. The lines in there, about college rule or so, and the lines themselves have dashes on them. Probably makes it a little bit easier on the eyes if you're writing for a good long time. This one I'll definitely keep and use probably as either a journal, or as a writing notebook, just to jot down ideas and outlines and that sort of thing. Yeah, that's a good one. The Lemome A5 notebook. Good stuff. All right, we'll set that aside. Now, one thing I'm going to have to remember is that where I've got this microphone sitting, it's very sensitive to any sort of thumping on the table. We'll be very careful. The second thing, which I only just kind of heard about this on a podcast, so I'm going to have to do some more reading and research into what the Sweet Ass Journal to Develop Your Happiness Muscle in 100 Days, what that's all about. But it looks like just a standard sort of, what do you call it? Trade paperback. That's what I'm looking for. Trade paperback book. Heath Armstrong. I'm not familiar with his work, but I think I'll have to go and take a look. The first half or so of this journal is a bit of creative nonfiction narrative about, hey, why should you journal? What are some of the benefits of using this journal in particular? In the second half, it looks like some pre-filled out templates of journaly things, like what are you grateful for, affirmations, and that sort of thing. I don't know if I'll use it, but it seems like, honestly, this is one of those things like backing up your data, where it seems like something that I ought to take very seriously, and maybe I will. But yeah, I'll have to kind of dig into this and maybe report back to you guys, and maybe that'll be the thing that gets me to actually take anything like this seriously. To commit to you guys that I'll give a more detailed review. Looks like that's it. That's the second half of this book, is the journal entries. Plus the, of course, obligatory, hey, subscribe to my email newsletter. I've got one of those at the back of my book too, so can't complain about that. So there you go. Sweet ass journal to develop your happiness muscle in 100 days. The one that I am very excited about is this guy here, the Clear Habit Journal. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to show you, where's my journal? I'm going to show you real quick my half-assed attempts at trying to do a habit tracking journal. It's really very poor. I'm going to be real honest about that. Check this out. I have these habits that I want to try to do all the time, right? Meditate, read something, create something, learn. Did I eat good? Did I move at all? And as it tends to happen every month, that I'll be pretty good at tracking stuff. And then about 9 or 10 days in, I start to peter out. And it's now the 26th, and I haven't really even touched this in however many days. So, I don't know. I mean, I go through all the effort of actually drawing this thing up, but but then I don't do anything with it. I don't know. Maybe you guys can relate. Let me know in the comments below. But the Atomic Habits book by James Clear, he does go into some detail about how habit tracking is really important for developing good habits. And honestly, I'm on board, but I've never been really great at it. And maybe one thing I can do in 2020 is to use this gift that somebody was very thoughtful in giving to me for the holidays, to really take it seriously and actually try to let the habit tracker work for me. I heard somebody say once that the habit tracker, or whatever tool we're talking about, that it should work for you. You don't work for it. And I think that's kind of what my problem has been so far, is that I'd always treated the habit tracking piece of things like a chore, something that I might try to remember to do 2 or 3 days later. And of course, that's no good. But anyway, so this is the thing that I'm kind of excited about. So I want to see if I can actually use this and make some good use out of it. The Clear Habit Journal comes in this very nice box. We got the Triforce here on the cover. Build a better self, one habit at a time. The Greek symbol delta means difference or change in. Oh, delta, not Triforce. Got it. In daily life, habits are at the center of change. Your habits determine the difference between who you are and who you could be. Throughout the habit journal, we have incorporated triangles as a subtle reminder of the powerful changes small steps can deliver over time. So I'm going to guess this is going to be a design feature throughout the book, which, ooh, God, that's pretty, isn't it? Look at this copper on black. That looks good. I've got the deltas throughout I'm going to ASMR you here for a second. You feel this? You hear this? There's some nice texture to that paper right there. That's good stuff. So let me take this guy out of the box. Oh, features. Hey, features. Opens flat. That's key right there. I love that. I won't read all this stuff to you just because, you can pause the video and read it yourself. Got our strap here to keep it closed. And what have we got? So here's some guidance, right? Index, page numbers make it easy. So it looks like it's going to be numbered throughout. That's good. 1 line per day. So I'll go over the 1 line per day principle of journaling when we get up to the next thing. But introducing the split grid, it can handle any task like a normal dot grid, plus you can divide pages into halves or thirds by lining up otherwise unobtrusive markings. Yep, I can see that. This is definitely not going to come through in the video, but throughout all the dots here, there are these markings like so that you can easily draw spreads throughout the page, which is good stuff. And the habit tracker, which I'll probably spin ahead and focus on that a bit. Journal prompts. Here's the bulk of the notebook, which again is going to be this, I think it's a little smaller than A5, dot grid, which if you have handwriting like mine, you will use up a lot of space in here. And that's been another kind of struggle with me in bullet journaling. Like, I love the idea of bullet journaling, but my execution has been poor. Really nice colored ribbon bookmarks here in copper and black. Skip ahead to the next bit here. Aha! habit tracking. Here we are, I don't know, a dozen or 15 or so habits that you can track in any given month. This is a much tidier depiction of what I was trying to do. Oh, one thing I notice here is that these habit tracking things are perforated, which, I don't know, maybe that could be useful. If I can remove the habit tracking card, I guess, the page, then maybe I could keep it somewhere else that would be more useful, like tape it to the mirror in the bathroom or something like that, because if a journal is tucked away in a backpack, I'm not going to see it at the end of the night. But if the habit tracker is stuck to my mirror at home, then I'll see it right before I go to bed. So that's something worth keeping in mind. Hey, thanks YouTube for being here to help me think through this stuff. And let's see. Oh, introduction. Habit tracker toolkit, decision-making toolkit, productivity and fitness toolkit. But okay, that's the end of that. More of these lovely Delta design notes here. That's lovely. And a pocket here to keep stuff in. Okay, that's good stuff. I'm actually really excited to use this. Again, it's a bit smaller than A5. This guy is A5. You can see it's a little smaller. But, that's all right. Maybe it'll be easier to move around. And now let's take a look at markers. Okay, this is fun. This crinkles. That crinkles a lot, gosh. A 25 pack of these zebra mildliners, which I've used these before, and they are very mild. Very mild indeed. They're not so garish, which I kind of appreciate that. I don't know that I need all 25 of these. I don't know that I need 25 different colors of mildliners. So maybe when we do run this giveaway for the surplus 5-year journal book, maybe I'll throw in a package of these as well. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay, mildliners. And then, last but not least, not one, but 2 of these bad boys. These 1 line a day 5-year memory book. This is a 5-year journal, and the idea being that on any given day, let's say April 13th, 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, right? And that you would write just a couple of lines of, what all happened that day. And this feels like it could be a good meditative practice, like you reflect a little bit on the day. What's something that happened? Something good, something not so good, something you're thankful for. When it comes back around and it's now May 5th, 2021, that you would write up, what all happened that day. And the idea being that if you can actually populate this whole thing, that as you go, you'll be able to see what are some patterns that you see, what's just an interesting memory that happens. And this could be a nice keepsake for you or for somebody in your family that they might find it's long after you're gone. This seems like it would be perfect at the bedside table. What I don't need really is 2 of them. This is just going to go to waste. The second one's just going to collect dust for 5 years until I start using it. You see this nice and lovely gold leaf here. And this starry sort of pattern on the front. I don't know. I really like this. I must have talked about getting something like this a lot, that 2 people in my family got this for me. They were kind of disappointed that, oh no, we got 2 copies. But I'm like, no, 2 copies is great. I could re-gift it to somebody, or as I came up with this brilliant idea just before I press record, I could give it away to a new friend from the internet. So that's it. That's all the cool sort of journal-y, bookish sort of things that I got for the holiday, and I'm happy to share that with you guys, and I'm actually pretty excited to get started using all of these things. So there we are. All right, friends. Geez, what? Hold on. Time is an illusion, but time still passes. I gotta hold on a second. What is even happening? Look, this is what happens when you take forever to do stuff in your video. That time passes, and the sun goes down in the west, and your video gets all, oh, that's better. Whew, okay, good. What was I saying? Right, oh, yes, we're going to do this. We're going to give away my duplicate copy of the 1 line a day 5-year journal, and one 5-piece set of these mildliner pens. So we're going to give that away because this channel is very, very small. Small and newborn, and needs to have some more subscribers. So I'm going to encourage you to subscribe to the channel. I will put the rules and guidelines and stuff in the description below. You can get up to 3 entries for this giveaway. We're going to say that first you're going to do the like, subscribe, and comment. Wait, shit, I did that wrong. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe dance to to do the primary 1 entry to get into this giveaway. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then leave me a comment telling me about how journaling in general has benefited your life or what you hope to get out of journaling. And I'll have a couple of bonus entries as well. Bonus entry number 1 is to share this video on Twitter if you use Twitter, and then tag me. I'm at Sean M. Locke. And second bonus entry is to go to my author website and subscribe to my newsletter. Promise, I'm not going to sell your email address, and I'm not going to spam you all the time. I probably send out 1 email a month, and it's usually just like, hey, here's what I'm up to in the writer world, and here's some stuff that I'm reading, and here's a picture of a stranger's dog that I saw out in public one day. So you could have a total of 3 entries into this giveaway, which will conclude on January 12th, 2020. And listen, I know some of you folks who are international, let's say, that you are not in the US, you're not in Canada, and you end up getting left out of a lot of these giveaways. So I want to include you. I want to include you on this giveaway. I've done a giveaway of a paperback copy of my novel, Reciprocity, and I ended up shipping it to the Philippines. And it was a little costly to ship over there, but I think it was worthwhile. If you happen to be outside of the US and you win this giveaway, let's talk, right? I want international folks to feel welcome, that you're not being excluded because you happen to live far away. Maybe we'll split the cost, something like that. Summarize one more time. Like, comment, and subscribe. That'll get you in the door. 2 more bonus entries. 1, subscribe to my author email newsletter, and 2, share this video on Twitter and then tag me. All right, great. Thanks, everyone. Keep writing, keep telling your stories. The world needs you now more than ever.